20 celebrity kids who are now more famous than their parents. Nepo babies are born with their foot in the door, but some rise through the ranks and become more famous than their parents. These 20 celebrities are proof Miley Cyrus is far and away more famous than her father. In fact, to younger generations, it might seem like Billy Ray Cyrus has just been capitalizing on his daughter's fame. He's a legend for Achy Breaky Heart, but Miley is the more famous Cyrus. Hailey Bieber. It's easy to forget, but Hailey Bieber was born Hailey Baldwin. Her uncle, Alec Baldwin, is quite famous thanks to his great acting talent. However, her father, Stephen Baldwin, is much less famous. Bieber isn't quite as famous as her uncle, but she's certainly more famous than her father. Angelina Jolie. Considering just how famous Jon Voight is, it's incredible to think that his daughter is more famous. But she is. Angelina Jolie is someone everybody knows, thanks to her great acting talent and infamous marriages. Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore was born into one of the most iconic Hollywood families of all time. Her father was John Drew Barrymore, a popular actor in the 1950s and 60s. But once Drew hit the scene, she became more famous than her father ever was. This might very well be the first time you're learning that Chris Pine is a Nepo baby. His father is Robert Pine, an actor who has worked in Hollywood since the 1960s. He stayed active in his career until just a few years ago, but his son is definitely more famous. Timothée Chalamet. Born to a Broadway performer and a writer, Timothée Chalamet is most definitely a Nepo baby. But his Oscar nominations and huge body of work have made him far more famous than his parents. Gigi and Bella Hadid. Gigi and Bella Hadid have a famous mother and a rich father, but their model good looks and money, respectively, weren't enough to outshine their daughters. Both Gigi and Bella have become more famous than their parents. Anderson Cooper. Anderson Cooper is a descendant of the Vanderbilts. Yep, those Vanderbilts. His mother was Gloria Vanderbilt, an artist and writer who made a name for herself beyond her famed surname. But she wasn't on CNN, and that made all the difference for Cooper. Kim Kardashian. Anderson Cooper doesn't consider himself a Nepo baby because he's not in the same industry as his mother was, and some might not consider Kim Kardashian a Nepo baby for the same reason. But anyone who was an adult in the 1990s knew the name Robert Kardashian thanks to his involvement in the O.J. Simpson case. Kim is a Nepo baby, and she's also far more famous than her father. Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston is the daughter of John Aniston, a soap opera star who earned a Daytime Emmy Lifetime Achievement Award for his contributions to television. But no soap opera, not even Days of Our Lives, is bigger than Friends. Zooey Deschanel. Zooey Deschanel is also a Nepo baby. Her mother is actress Mary Jo Deschanel, and her father is Caleb Deschanel, a cinematographer who's been nominated for 6 Oscars. But neither of them was in Elf or New Girl. Blake Lively. Ernie Lively was an actor with many notable credits, including The Dukes of Hazzard and The West Wing. He also starred in both the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants films as the father of his real-life daughter, Blake Lively, who is far more famous than Ernie was. Ben Platt. Ben Platt's father, Mark Platt, is extremely successful. He's been nominated for 4 Oscars and is responsible for producing some of the most popular movies of the century, including La La Land and Wicked. But Ben is an actor who's 3/4 of the way to an EGOT, making him the more famous Platt. Gwyneth Paltrow. Bruce Paltrow was a famous producer and director, and Blythe Danner is an actress you've definitely seen on screen even if you didn't realize it. But their daughter, Gwyneth Paltrow, is Gwyneth Paltrow. It's hard to be more famous than she is. Ben Stiller. Jerry Stiller worked in Hollywood for decades, but he never achieved nearly as much fame as his son, Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is the comedic actor known for Zoolander, Meet the Parents, Night at the Museum, and more. Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph's mother was Minnie Riperton, an icon in her own right who sang whistle notes long before Ariana or Mariah were even born. But Rudolph has surpassed her mother's fame, thanks to her work in films like Bridesmaids and, of course, Saturday Night Live.